And hello. In this video, I discuss a sort of problem I have with cross multiplication. So you'll see how that works. Well, anyways, thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure to have fun while watching it, and yeah, that's about it. Now, time to get into the video. So, in this video, I discuss a problem I have with cross multiplication. Let us see exactly what I mean by problem and how we, as the average math student, can help to fix this. First, to talk about cross multiplication, we need to understand or at least have some background knowledge on what cross multiplication is. Well, for those of you who don't know, cross multiplication is basically a method one can use to solve a proportion of sorts, taught originally in early elementary math to understand if fractions are equal, then still used in future units, including trigonometry. However, by the time students get to this level, new and more efficient methods of solving these types of problems are introduced, and the usage of cross multiplication is stopped. But what about in between? What about that gap, that cross-section, where most students would use cross multiplication? What happens then? First, I will take a small detour and briefly explain what cross multiplication is. Cross multiplication is used, like I said before, with a proportion. It is used to solve for the unknown, or x, and in doing so, the numbers diagonal from each other, the crosses, if you will, are multiplied. From there on, it should be an easier equation. Back to explaining my dilemma, we need to view from a student's perspective of one given a proportionality problem such as this. Well, if you are watching this video, you are probably already solving this problem if you haven't already found the answer. Some percentage of you, depending on your level and experience, may have actually used cross multiplication to solve this proportion. And here is where my, in quotes, problem begins. Of the people who may have used cross multiplication, only a few of you could answer this question. Why? Why does cross multiplication work? Exactly how does cross multiplication work? See, especially with a math channel like mine, supposed to be influencing understanding over memorization, when I see someone mindlessly applying a math concept without understanding it, especially with math concepts such as cross multiplication, or even sometimes the Pythagorean theorem, my mind goes berserk. See, it is one thing to use the concept while understanding it, this is fine. It is another thing, however, to use the concept without understanding it. This is where my problem with cross multiplication begins, especially because it is so widespread. But then again, if I ramble about my thoughts on cross multiplication, but then never offer what we can change about it, what kind of person would I be? So here I will explain how cross multiplication works algebraically, and that it is not just some magical shortcut, but only that. If you would like to see if you can understand why cross multiplication works before I explain it to you, by all means pause the video and try it for yourself. Learning is always better when it is two-sided. Anyways, I will now move on to explaining why cross multiplication works. Here, I have an example proportion. Using cross multiplication, we would get 4x equals 21, multiplying our 4 by x and our 7 by 3. If I can use what I know to be true, my explained concepts if you have watched some of my other videos, and work this equation into 4x equals 21 as we started, then I would have proved why and how cross multiplication works. Without further waiting, here it is. I would multiply both sides by either of the denominators. Starting with 7, here I multiply both sides by 7. As you see here, I have simplified. For example, multiplying x by 7 and then breaking it into 7 equal parts would result in our original x. Next, I would multiply both sides by the other denominator, 4. My left side would cancel out either 4, and my right side would just join with the x, like so. If we remember what we were trying to figure out at the beginning of this, it was whether our equation would be equal to 4x equals 21. Now that we have proven that our original equation and 4x equals 21, however, what we were trying to figure out at the beginning of this, it was whether our equation would be equal to 4x equals 21. Now that we have proven that our original equation and 4x equals 21 are equivalent, we know that cross multiplication works. From now on, if we were to use cross multiplication, we can feel better knowing how it works. Well, this is the end of the video, and time to review the summary slide, but I don't want you getting the wrong idea about cross multiplication. It is a completely fine concept to use. While there are definitely more efficient methods, cross multiplication is still a good method to use for proportions. All I want for there is to be understanding, however, before mindlessly applying. But now to the cliff notes. In summary of this video, my problem with cross multiplication is that people use it without understanding how and why it works. Before in the video, I said not many people who use cross multiplication can understand how it works. Also, I am not saying that cross multiplication should not be used. It should be used, but when understood. However, using cross multiplication when not understood can lead to a confusing future in math. Well anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you've liked what you see here, this is slightly different from my usual content. Make sure to comment below if you liked it, or if you didn't like it, make sure to comment what you would want instead. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, and see you in the next video, and have a good day. And hello, welcome back, my brain of a penguin fans. So I was thinking, if I film a video where I just argue and talk about what I don't like, it's gonna leave you with a not nice feeling. So I decided, let's make a joke. Jokes make lots of things better. It'll ease the mood, I guess. So here's the joke. It's an odd one. You'll see what I mean. Okay, here we go. What did the 0 say to the 8? What do you think the 0 said to the 8? The 0 said to the 8, nice belt. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. That's hilarious. Okay, bye.